Good morning, Antioch. I'm Lamar Thorpe, your mayor. There are many responsibilities that come along with being the mayor of Antioch. So I choose to spend my time where it matters, and that's being grounded in the issues and challenges of our community. I've had to comfort grieving moms and grandmas who have lost their children to gun violence. I've had to embrace grieving dads after delivering a eulogy for his 18-year-old son who was killed in a skateboarding accident here in town. And I've had to look in the faces of grieving family members who have lost loved ones in police custody, promising to make a better tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'll be at a funeral of a 17-year-old child who lost his life to gun violence. As a dad, there is no joy in any of this. These tragic events, the pain, the grief, the faces, the voices of all these people are stitched in my heart, and they're stitched in my mind, and they will be stitched there for the rest of my life. Last Friday evening, I was briefed by Chief Dr. Stephen Ford of the Antioch Police Department about a horrific accident on Sycamore Drive where two vehicles hit three pedestrian children, three 12-year-olds coming home from Antioch Middle School. All of these three children were taken to their respective hospitals. One was taken to UC Davis Children's Hospital in Sacramento, and the other two were taken to UCSF's Children's Hospital in Oakland. Two of the three children had life-threatening injuries, and two were placed in an induced coma. I've come to learn from their great aunt last night that one has been taken out of the induced coma, but we all know she will probably be on a long path to recovery. On Sunday, I visited the location of this accident and later reached out to the family and communicated with Eden Comfort, a Concord resident and aunt to these children's parents. I learned Johnny is an apartment complex manager and Jamie is a special education teacher. So these are the kinds of people who give their lives for everybody else. They live in service to our community. I don't personally know Johnny or Jamie, but in a special way, I feel like I know Johnny and Jamie. You see, there's a special bond between people who have adopted children and children who have been adopted themselves, like myself. I don't need to know them personally to know that this is a giving family, an open family with big hearts, just like many, many families in the city of Antioch. And my friends, this is what makes our city a great city. Eden Comfort is raising money to help Johnny and Jamie as they begin their long recovery. Yesterday on my social media sites, my team posted a GoFundMe link, and thanks to the support of many of their friends, family, neighbors, and residents throughout the city of Antioch, they've surpassed their goal. But please continue to give, because that won't be enough on this long journey to recovery. I'm not just asking that we support them financially. This family needs to be covered in our prayers and with our love. As they will be making some very, very tough decisions today. As your mayor, we now have to make very challenging decisions for the betterment of our community. We know we have a traffic calming program for residents that was established when I was a councilman. And I'm sorry to the residents of Antioch that this program hasn't moved as fast as we all want it to move. But we are starting to see speed humps and speed traffic calming devices in some parts of our city. I'm requesting that at next Tuesday's meeting, I'm asking council members to bring forward names of streets like Sycamore Drive, 10th Street, James Donlin, Davidson Road, Hillcrest Avenue, and many more, so that we can begin looking at traffic calming devices on those streets, because they desperately need them. We don't have time to wait for a program that studies and studies and studies. We just need to get the job done for the people of Antioch. I know that there are also, along with many neighbors and family members who are hurting as a result of this incident, there are also a lot of young children at Antioch Middle School who are hurting. And I want to recognize that and acknowledge that we see you as a community. And I want to hand it over to Vice President of the School Board, Antonio Hernandez, to talk a little more about that.
I'm Antonio Hernandez, the Vice President of the Antioch Unified School District Board of Education. It's unfortunate that I'm addressing you today because of this tragic incident that happened in our community. This incident affects all the members of our community, including the students of this school district. Many students went to school on Monday, wondering where their classmates were and if they would be okay. I think of the experiences I've had working in the field of pediatrics and the early knowledge I'm gaining in my medical training and understanding the emotional development of kids. This is a difficult time for many, and I want to reassure our community of the feelings they may be experiencing. To the students of Antioch, it is okay if you're feeling scared, confused, sad, and angry. Growing up is already emotionally challenging, and it's even harder when having to process through tragedy. Know that you're not experiencing this alone. I'm sure many of your friends and family are also trying to process this difficult time. Please don't keep these emotions inside. These conversations are difficult, and at times you may feel like avoiding them, but these are opportunities to heal. However you choose to grieve and reflect, know that we are here to support you. Talk to teachers, counselors, and adults at your school. They can help connect you to resources to help you through this time. I'm confident that our teachers are doing everything that they can to help our students process this event. To the parents of Antioch, please remember that kids process tragic events differently from adults. They may be playing 1 minute and then crying the next. This can often be a coping mechanism for children and not a sign that they're done grieving. Have a conversation with them and answer whatever questions they may have. Be as honest and direct as you possibly can. Kids are often more resilient than we think, and they can understand so much more than we often believe. Avoiding the conversation or using unclear language can often confuse children even more. I know that incidents like this can also stir up many emotions and concerns about the safety of your own children. I know that I am doing everything that I can to strengthen the partnership between the city and the school district so that we can create solutions. I will continue to push the school district to continue investing in mental health resources for our students so that they have everything that they need to ensure their well-being. When incidents like this happen, we must come together as a community to stay focused on what matters most. Making sure that the children of this community are able to thrive and grow in a safe and supportive environment.